following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, Arizona. Brother Mike is back on the radio. Welcome to HardcoreChristianity.com. Thanks for tuning into the program. Today's Bible study, American Witchcraft. Today on Hardcore. Hey, will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? I'll crank through a couple of announcements while you make that call for me. Thank you, and thanks for helping the ministry. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center. We're downtown, 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. It's the red brick building. On the website, hardcorechristianity.com, you'll see all of our ministry services. As you know, we have 2 live services every week, Thursday and Friday nights at 7 o'clock. Preaching, teaching, healing, and deliverance at both services. And both services are on our streaming service. YouTube.com/House of Healing AZ. YouTube.com/House of Healing AZ. Tune in every Thursday and Friday night. And that would be at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That would be 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Remember to hit the PayPal button when you go to the website and send us another donation as you have for the last 20 years. Can you believe that? We've been together for 20 years. Don't forget about Sister Karen. She's on the homepage of the website. Be happy to list your house for sale. She loves working with born-again Christians. Please sign up for one of our seminars when you go to the website, and my deliverance and healing training class on the 4th Saturday of every month at noon in the small sanctuary at the Deliverance Center. If you need a religious exemption to avoid the satanic vaccine, send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com, and I will send you immediately a religious exemption form. If you know somebody that needs to be delivered and they can't come to the Deliverance Center, please send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com. I will send you the miracle list, a step-by-step guide to healing and deliverance, and it works 100% of the time. And please remember our Zoom deliverance service every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. Pick it up on the website. American Witchcraft. I don't need to tell you. You know it for sure. Spirituality, New Age, and witchcraft are sweeping the United States. It's absolutely amazing. The accelerated interest and desires for astrology, principally driven by millennials, crystals, tarot cards, the spirit world, the wellness industry is also loaded with New Age healing techniques, mysticism, everywhere else. It's all over Facebook, Twitter, and your Instagram feeds. This was predicted by the Bible. Check it out, Revelation chapter 9. This is the judgment chapter in the future, during the tribulation of the future. The angels pour out the judgments on humanity. It's just terrible. But at the end of Revelation chapter 9, after all these judgments are poured out on humanity, something shocking is revealed. It's unbelievable. I can't even believe it when I read it now. I've read it over 100 times. It says, the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues did not repent of the works of their hands, that they should not worship demons. Neither did they repent of their murders, their fornication, their sorceries, or thefts. The Greek word for sorcery there is pharmakia. It means witchcraft using spells and potions and medications and creams and so on. If you go to the end of Revelation, another shocking revelation given to us by God. It says, the future city of Babylon, which, by the way, is currently being rebuilt in Iraq. They're doing it right now as I'm speaking to you. It'll be finished by the tribulation. It'll be a major center of mysticism and witchcraft in the future. It collapses and it falls. It's destroyed. Destroyed by the Antichrist, destroyed horribly. And it says in Revelation chapter 18, he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, the angel said, Babylon the Great is fallen. It has become the habitation of demons and the hold of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. He's talking about different types of demons and spirits from the kingdom of darkness in that verse. It says, all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication. It's talking about the future city currently being built, Babylon. The kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth have waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. That's the Greek word for abundance there. It's dunamis. It means supernatural power. In the future, witchcraft is going to become so prevalent all over the world that it's going to be very common for people to be moving in demonic supernatural power. That supernatural power is already being manifested in Amazon, Facebook, and Twitter. The oligarchs, the politicians, the billionaires, all the sex trade monsters like Epstein, giant corporations that are woked out of their mind. Walmart, for example. The sex traffickers, the drug and human smugglers. It's unbelievable what's currently happening. And this is all happening because of spirituality and sorcery. And in the future, it's going to accelerate dramatically. Witchcraft is accelerating huge here in the United States, and I have had hundreds of people come to the Deliverance Center over the years trying to get rid of witchcraft spirits. They're very difficult to get rid of and very easy to pick up. If you get involved in anything that's supernatural, you're going to pick up a familiar spirit that specializes in witchcraft. As a kid, the number one venue, of course, is the Ouija board. Those things really work. They really are of Satan, and they do open the door to demons. And if you played on a Ouija board when you were a kid, just for fun, let's say during a sleepover or something like that, a spirit got into your body when that thing started talking to you, and that little, you put your fingers on the heart-shaped dial and the thing moves. That's a demon moving that thing. And you're picking up demons while you're playing Ouija board. And then later on, when you get involved in New Age, you go to a New Age shop, you buy jewelry, trinkets, posters, books, all kinds of things. All that lets in familiar spirits. And once they get in, they're very difficult to get out. There is no regular surveys on witchcraft in the United States. They're hard to find, but I was able to kind of narrow it down for you. Wicca, there are Wicca surveys out there. Not too many, they're rare, but the progress of the Wicca industry is a red flag as to what's happening with witchcraft here in America. It's kind of a good barometer. And there's something called the Green Witch in Wicca, and it's defined as, quote, a deep adherence to nature and natural law, and attention to the cycles of the earth and the lives within it. The practices mostly revolve around the plant kingdom and herbal healing. That's the definition of a green witch. These are the demons that are behind the Green New Deal, sweeping the United States and bankrupting our country in the near future. The Green New Deal is a gasping, shocking hoax. Everything is part of this hoax. It's so embarrassing. The next big hoax is electric cars. That's the next giant moneymaker for the billionaires, and it's the next one that will leave the middle class, regular folks, holding the bag. But several years ago, Trinity College in Connecticut did a survey on the Wicca industry. And based on their research, according to them, between 1990 and 2008, Wiccans went from, there were 8,000 Wiccans to 340,000. They estimate that there's well over 500,000 Wiccans in the United States right now. If you notice the spread of witchcraft, it's never clearer than any other magazine than the one I highlight on the radio program here every other week on Teen Vogue magazine. It's an internet magazine that targets 12, 13, 14, and 15-year-old girls. That's the purpose of the magazine. And they have an enormous number of witchcraft articles in that magazine. For example, this one's titled Yellow Jackets. Each of the Yellow Jacket characters goes with what zodiac sign. Here's another article. Is your astrology app dragging you? Here's another article. Relationship red flags by each zodiac sign. Last week, Teen Vogue came out with an article called Calling All Astrology Lovers, and it went through all 12 signs of the zodiac, analyzing each one of them, predicting what was going to happen in 2022 and 2023. For example, I took the last one, which is a Pisces. Are you a Pisces? I don't know. I don't even know what I am. But here's what it says under Pisces. Quote, the year ahead is your glow-up year. You'll be asked to open your tender heart to more romantic possibilities, especially on April 12th, when lucky Jupiter and dreamy Neptune, your planetary rulers, link up with your sun and bring sweet vibrations. You'll be encouraged to speak up when it comes to love, thanks to loads of cosmic movement. The eclipses on April 30th and November 8th, Jupiter's ingress into passionate Aries from May 10th to October 28th, and its return to your sun until December 20th. You'll also grow more intimate with your crush during October 22nd's magnetic Venus star point in Libra. What was I reading there? You say, well, that sounds like Chinese. Well, it would to any normal human being, but to somebody who is into New Age, that makes that article there on Pisces made perfect sense. Several years ago, Sephora Cosmetics came out with a witch kit, and it was kind of more of fun than anything else. That happened in 2018. They got so much feedback from actual witches, and it was so nasty that Sephora Cosmetics canceled the kit. That's how many witches there are in the country, and that's how many pitched a fit. Listen, if your children are getting picked up by familiar spirits and they need deliverance, 602-636-5800, please call the ministry line and I will give you the date of our next children's deliverance service, which is the first Saturday in April. You can bring your child for deliverance to get rid of these witchcraft, New Age, and Ouija board demons. And if I were you, I wouldn't miss that service.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.